And I would think just by sheer odds, Miami, Virginia Tech, and Florida State can't be this down altogether for very long. That one team has to find itself out of the woods. But look at Miami. We've been waiting for the Hurricanes to be the Hurricanes for 15 years. You've got to go back to their second national championship game, the one that they lost to Ohio State, for the last time they were really culturally relevant. Forget that season a couple of years ago. Virginia Tech, they were really good in terms of a top 25 team, but not really a national championship contender year in, year out since the early 2000s. 15 years, nearly 20. And for Florida State, they won a national championship, no doubt under Jimbo a couple of years ago, so it can be done. But they bottomed out so fast. And before Jimbo, the end of the Bowden era was not pretty either. That out of those three programs in the last 15 years, you kind of have a total of like 4 good seasons, really good seasons, between 3 programs over a decade and a half. Again, I'd like to sit here and tell you, the odds are Miami, Florida State, Virginia Tech can't be this bad for this long. The problem is, if they are this bad, the rest of the conference are not football programs. North Carolina, Wake Forest, Boston College, Syracuse, Pitt, NC State. You can't count on those programs to be the ones. Georgia Tech. You cannot. Duke. You can't count on those programs to be your backbone of the conference year in and year out. Those other programs can have a good year here, a good year there, 10 wins here. Fine. Top 25. But you cannot count on those programs to be your backbone. It has to be Miami, Virginia Tech, and Florida State. And if they don't get their acts together, that conference is a disaster for the foreseeable future. Thank God for Clemson. Thank God. If Clemson was the old Clemson where you could count on them being 7-5 or 8-4, this year, the RPIs are showing the ACC's worse than the American. And that's with Clemson going to go 13-0.